playing lots of games, probably buying a lot of games.
Yeah, hopefully.
Oh no.
Hey, I'm Devin,
And I'm Mary Kate,
and we're picking up pieces
a channel all about board game pieces.
and how to pick them up. And in today's video, we're going to give you our recap of Origins 2023, which is our first board game convention.
Yeah, so we had never been to a board game convention before, and I'm not really sure we knew what to expect going to Origins, but it ended up being a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a blast. Just being able to see all the booths, all the game booths, being able to meet a ton new people, meet people that we've talked to before in the past. And if you hear me saying people, it really, Origins was a reminder of us in the board game hobby space. It's not about just straight up board games, right?
Yeah.
It's about the people that
we play games with.
You play games with. Like, board games is just a conduit to have relationships with people. It's the means in order to be able to get to know somebody better, more than just having a conversation. Even though conversations are great, obviously, like you have to have conversations, but being able to just foster that and be able to understand how somebody ticks. Board games allows that, and be able to have a common space to be able to talk with somebody of common interest. So it was just great to get to know people. That's really what stood out to me over the weekend.
Yeah, we played so many games with so many people.
Yeah.
It was really fun.
Yeah, and just being able to meet so many people. So I think what we're going to do, we're just going to go maybe like a day by day and just talk about, the highlights of the day to catch you guys up. And I think we even have some video filmage via Mary Kate, who did some filming.
I'd just be like, we'd be walking through and I'd just take Devin's phone and be like, record what's going on.
Yeah, or filming us play games, which for me is just like, I don't like drawing attention to myself like that. But I'm so happy Mary Kate did do that.
Oh, they've been really fun to watch back
so
already.
Fun. Like, it was just sweet memories that we made. And so I'm sure like a few of you, like obviously I didn't meet a ton of you guys, but the people that we did meet, like a lot of them subscribed, and then some of the people that we knew beforehand and be able to watch it. It's pretty cool being able to do that over again. Yeah. And it's like it transports back to time just a couple days ago, and in the future we'll be able to transport back in time maybe a year from now. That's how you communicate time travel. So let's start off with like our first day there, Wednesday, which was just us driving down. And you guys always saw a video of us driving down and getting into the Origins Convention Center.
Yeah, so we stood in line for our tickets, and the exhibit hall is closed on Wednesday. It doesn't open up until Thursday morning.
But the ticket line, oh my goodness, was that forever and a day.
So long. We just stood there and we're just like hearing other people's conversations. But we hadn't met anyone that we knew yet, or
Nobody.
like really. So we were just standing in line
just
for
standing
forever
there.
And ever.
But after doing that, we were able to get into Blood on the Clock Tower, which if you guys have watched my top 5 girl games, you know I've been wanting to play some Blood on the Clock Tower. And it definitely exceeded or meet my expectations. I don't know if it exceeded because my expectations was so high.
It was so fun.
It was so good, which speaks a lot to the game itself, because if you know, whenever you watch a movie and you have such high expectations, usually the movie always faltered under those expectations. Yeah. So Blood on the Clock Tower, being able to meet it, it has that magic that some games I'm really loving. It's just that table talk and those memories and conversations you get to have after having the game, of just staying around and just decompressing, talking with people, and how this happened for 20 minutes. And if a game is able to do that, you know it's something magical.
Yeah, it was really fun. The first one, I think, Devin, you were on the evil team.
I was, yep, I was, which was a great. We lost by the skin of our teeth, and I remember there just being like two 10-year-old girls there, pretty much trying to dictate the whole conversation.
There was like a middle schooler in our group, and she was just like, I think you're evil, and this is why, and I will take the floor, and everyone will vote on it.
And it was funny.
It was so funny.
She wasn't, so Blood on the Clock Tower is way more mechanical than the typical social deduction game. And so she was basing it off of social reads. Or based off of people not talking to her, pretty much. And so she thought I was evil just because I didn't talk to her, even though I was evil. And then I convinced her because I started talking to her.
I was suspicious of you though from the beginning. Yeah. I was like, I'm not gonna talk to you.
Yeah.
Because I don't trust you. And then I just walked off. But then after he died, I was like, meh, you're dead. It doesn't matter.
So I just kept whispering sweet nothings to everybody's ears. It was like, this person, go for this person.
Well, people thought you were evil because you talked to everybody. So
Yeah. But then after I was there, like, oh, he's fine. He's harmless. That's not the case on Blood on the Clock Tower.
No.
So that was a blast. I'm so happy we have it.
Good team won though.
Good team won. But we played it multiple times. We played it at least 3 or 4 more times over the weekend. Which every single time, I mean, it just hit on all cylinders. Yeah. And so we may talk about it here and there more. I'm sure we will. And so that really was like the highlight, or maybe not necessarily the highlight, but it tied for the highlight of Wednesday. Because we also got to meet Sam, who is actually watched our videos before we got there, and he is publishing a game called Everstone.
So he was there demoing his game. And so we got to talk to him, play it, play some other games with him.
Pretty much over the course of like the whole convention, he was my guy I went to talk to, played with, games with. And also M is from Meeple, or Mitch and Morgan, the other YouTube channel. We also messaged them beforehand to try to meet up, and we met up with them. So those are really our main groups that we end up playing games with for most of the convention and being able to talk to. And I mean, love both of those groups of people. It was so good. But the first little bit, we talked to Sam and be able to play some games with him. I'm trying to think, what did we play with him the first day?
Well, before Sam came in, we got to play Llama Land.
Mary Kate's been wanting to play Llama Land.
I have wanted to play that game. And I won, but I think I only won because Sam arrived in the middle of the game.
In the middle of the game.
And he got distracted.
Those eyes distracted me right from the gate.
Oh my gosh.
And so Sam came in, we were playing Llama Land, and he was like, I'll help you out, Mary Kate. I'll distract him for you. He did. He did.
I won by a lot.
Yeah.
It was a nice time.
It was so good being able to do that.
And then we played Project L.
Oh yeah, he taught us how to play Project L, which was great. If you guys haven't played Project L, that's a great polyomino game for sure.
So that was fun.
And then I forget what else happened Wednesday.
Wednesday was short.
Yeah, Wednesday was a short day. And then Thursday morning was the convention center. And us lining up for that.
Yep, we got up early. We were there before the doors opened because some people we met at dinner the night before said that's what we should do. So we did it.
And it was great being able to get into the convention center, and it was just like, oh man, booths everywhere. I was like, you get to spend hours in there. And we did spend hours in there. It flew by so quick, that convention center. Just being able to go there, buy games, demo games, stuff like that. And we'll talk about more of the games we bought in another video, because we're going to do our Origins board game haul video in the next couple of days. So it was a blast being able to do all that the first day. And then after doing that, we
played more games.
Played Blood on the Clock Tower again, but this time with Casey and Jared, which they were running a Blood on the Clock Tower game, and we ended up meeting up with them a couple more times.
Yeah, we played some board games with them, and the board game, the free play area, quite a few times.
Yeah, we played Chinatown with them. Love Chinatown. If you guys haven't played it before, it's just straight up negotiating.
Oh, it was a blast.
All you do is just being able to I want this, you give me this. And that's it. Jared won that one. I was really close second, but he won. Congrats, Jared. So Chinatown is a great game. And then what else did we play? I think we met at Mitch and Morgan for the first time that day.
Yeah, we played them when we were both exhausted and getting coffee.
Yep. And talked to them for a little bit. And later in the day, we played Heat, Pedal to the Metal with them, which we also played with Sam the previous day.
But with Heat, Pedal to the Metal, I don't remember what day this was, but we were about to play it. And this other guy came up and he was like, oh, have y'all played this before? And we're like, no. We're trying to learn it. And he's like, all right then.
Yeah.
I know how to play. And he just hopped in and taught us how to play our own game, which was really fun.
It was really fun, which was really kind of him being able to do that. So
Yeah.
he was a blast. It was good. And nice deck building. It's super easy game once you get it down. It probably might intimidate some non-board gamers, but the theme is so accessible.
Accessible. Yep.
That people probably who aren't non-board gamers still would want to play.
Yeah. So I gotta have a four, right? That'd be good, right?
I don't know.
Alright.
That just goes to your discard pile.
Alright.
Woohoo!
Wow.
2, so 7, 10, 12.
Alright.
So you're
So
down
should be at
to
2, and then I can. I can't because I'm blocked, right?
Yeah. You could go.
But I think you can do that. Yeah.
I can do that. Okay, go and do that.
Well, then this is nonsense. How am I supposed to slipstream past this?
You can. You can. So just take it last.
Alright,
Woo woo.
so I got 8 plus stress, which is 11. So I'm at 15. That only gets me to 4.
15?
I mean, I'm at 15. I got 11.
Oh,
So
okay.
it gets me to the 4 spot, right?
Yeah.
And then just one more because I'm last.
Yeah.
Or second to last.
Because you're moving on a little toy car the whole time. Just FYI, the toy car doesn't actually move the wheels.
The wheels don't turn.
Which makes perfect sense because it's a board game. You don't want the cars to be rolling all over the place
But
while
it
you're
would
playing
be
the game.
so fun if the wheels
Again,
turned.
it makes perfect sense why it isn't. So Heat was a fun game, for sure. And also has so many expansions built into the main box that we haven't
touched any
touched
of them yet.
So,
So we're excited about that.
uh-huh.
We also, I think we demoed Dandelions at
Yeah.
the All Play booth, and we met Q,
Yeah.
who we over the weekend became friends with and played a lot more games with.
Yeah, Q is great. Hilarious guy. I mean, great
Yeah.
guy. Just being able to play with him. We went and, we got some drinks a little bit later, I think the next day, and just being able to play. We played, Dandelions with him, and we played Raw with him.
Oh, yeah. And so Raw, we also played with Ryan, who's friends with Sam,
Yeah.
who then came. And on Thursday, Sam, Ryan, and us, we played Northgard, Uncharted.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And that was hilarious.
Yeah, whenever we were playing Northgard, Ryan, all he did was like, oh, this is my land. And so Northgard, I should describe how Northgard is played. So it's pretty much a more complex small world, and that might be doing it injustice.
You're discovering different lands, so you're flipping over tiles, and then you can claim them as your own and build them up.
Yeah. And so you're getting resources, and then also attacking people.
2 more cards.
Which equals more actions.
More actions mean more betted. And then the card, I get to keep this in my hand?
It'll stay in your hand, but you can choose to
Discard it if I want to.
believe so.
Yeah. Okay.
And so Ryan just kept on building up this one town and putting a whole bunch of what we call death hearts. Well, you're just throwing them down. If you attack with your soldiers, you die automatically, one of your soldiers. And he put 8 of them. That's probably
He's like,
exaggerating.
it was a lot.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
this is my homeland.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
the land of my people.
And
No,
so-
we'll get in here.
But I got a card
Alas.
that lets me completely ignore the hut's ability of killing me, and he just completely forgot it, or didn't know that I got it. And so I just came up in there. He's like, well, that's the most upsetting thing that's ever happened in my life.
And then, not once, but twice more in this game,
Yeah.
he sacrificed all of his people.
Yeah, so we just
trying to retake the land from Devin.
yeah.
It was hysterical.
We just kept going back and forth, taking this land. End up giving Sam the game.
Oh, yeah, because
Yeah.
they wasted all their troops just on this one spot.
But the memory that we made from that, I mean, it's not something I'm going to forget. I'll forever remember Ryan. I mean, Ryan's a great guy. We went out to dinner, and we went to Agave and Rye, which is a taco place. And without us knowing, he paid for, all of our dinners. It was so kind of him. So kind. Again, that's the thing I want you guys to take away at Origins is,
it's about the people.
It's about the people. It's not about the board games. I don't like meeples more than people, right? I like people, and then meeples help me get to know people more often. You know? And so that was good. But to get back to Raw, which was 5 minutes ago now.
Which was actually on Friday.
Which was actually on Friday, was so good. Raw.
We'll put a clip of that in here somewhere.
Raw has.
Bop it.
The cowards move. Cowards move.
You recording the show? You recording the show right now?
Yeah.
Oh, this is the show.
No. Raw.
What are you doing? What are you doing? You're disrespecting me. What are you doing?
I don't even think the sun is real. Nor do I think the god of the sun is real. He doesn't carry it
Let him
across
have
the
it.
sky.
Let him have it. He's almost out.
You have to bid.
We can weather the storm. We can weather it. Oh, you let him have it, right? You let him have it.
16.
It's not passed, yeah.
You let him have it?
No.
No! What are you doing? What are you doing?
Take the nice coin. Beat her. Put down 13.
I can't.
We're gonna flip 4 Raws in a row. You're gonna not bid it. You're gonna lose.
It's not gonna happen because he's gonna keep hammering. It's okay. It's all yours.
All right.
It's all yours.
Raw has completely like catapulted up into one of my favorite games. I mean, every single time you play it, it's just like Blood on the Clock Tower was magical, where it leads to so much table talk.
Oh
You know,
my gosh,
like you
it was
have
so funny.
just like Q stressing the heck out because like everybody on the board is just constantly throwing down Raw.
Well, it started with we were all trying to get, as many all these tokens get pulled out, and then when you want to bid on them, you like put down Raw and everyone has to bid.
Which is this huge chunky piece of wood that you just throw down. You feel so powerful.
Yeah, well, so we were all wanting it to be lots of tiles, so we get the best bang for our buck. Well, this one, he just would put it down on every single turn almost in the first round. Every time he'd get them, there'd be like 5 tiles, and he'd be like, Raw. We're voting.
We're voting.
And we were all like, what the heck are you doing, Devin? So we kind of bullied Devin. And
I stopped. I was like, oh, okay, fine, I'll let you guys go. And then everyone else started doing it besides Q and Mary Kate for the most part. Ryan and Sam was just going back and forth, throwing down Raw.
And then when I got stuck with the 1, I did it all the time.
Yeah. And so it was really fun. Q was stressing out. He's like, I've never played a game of Raw like this before. And Q was just like, you're disrespecting Raw.
It was so fun.
It was so good.
Was
Ryan's like, I don't even care. He's like, I don't even believe the sun's real. It's like, what the heck are you talking about, Ryan?
Oh, that was such a fun time. That's going to
so
be
good.
one of my favorite plays of the game for quite a while. It was,
It was really good. And then we played that. We played Splitto, which is another 25th century game. So both of those are 25th century games. And Splitto is just a simple filler game where pretty much you're grabbing cards and then you're putting cards either to your left or right. Kind of like Between Two Castles, the Stonemaier game of Mad King and Ludwig, where you score based off of the card or the things that are next to you.
Yeah, so each person is having to put numbers in each pile because your score at the end is the score of both piles multiplied together.
Yeah.
So it was all of our first round, and so Devin, he just places literally like all of the scoring cards in his piles.
I don't know how I won because I don't think it was just that. I think it just lined up.
I don't know. It just like we didn't quite know what to shoot for yet.
Yeah.
Devin shot for the right stuff. 130 points.
And that, like, if you don't know, like, I don't know if that's
the
great.
closest score in that game was like 60.
Yeah, 60 or 70 points.
It like he was like doubled everybody's score. I got like 35 points and he had like 130.
Yeah.
Wild.
It was so good.
The next game, everyone made it their mission to make Devin lose. And I won.
Yeah,
Devin had 20 points.
Yeah, well, that's because no one gave me anything on my pile. So of course, it's not even like there was a real victory. It was a whole bit.
Yeah,
the whole game
was
a bit.
I got 70. Ryan got 50. You got 20. Everyone else got like 20. It was a great time.
But I think that even tells you how impressive 130 was, because even with playing with a bit, the next person didn't even score close to 130.
Yeah, no.
So I'm just saying, I'm kind of a big deal.
Oh my gosh.
And so we did that. We always said we played Blood on the Clock Tower again with Casey and Jared.
Yeah.
And then the next day I went back to the demo hall, ran around there.
And then that's when on Saturday, that's when we met up with Mitch and Morgan and we played a lot of games with them and with their cousin and his wife.
Mm-hmm.
And while we were there, we ran into Casey and Jared and it was the evening and they're like, do you want us to run a Blood on the Clock Tower game? And we were like, heck yeah.
Let's do it. Yeah.
And so then some of Morgan and Mitch's friends, Paul and Michael, came too.
Yeah.
And then we all played like 2 or 3 games of
and then also Cody
Tower.
and Chelsea.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cody and Chelsea. But anyway, that's beside the point.
But the Blood on the Clock Tower games ended with
so
such
intense.
a twist.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So intense.
It was so, like, they both got down to only 3 people left at the end.
Yeah, Mike, what's it
Evil
called?
One.
Yeah, Evil
It
One.
was so sad.
Mitch completely convinced me that he was good and he was evil, and so
just lied straight to our faces.
Dagger to
Come
the
on,
heart.
Mitch.
Dagger to the heart.
Never trust you again.
And it was crazy. Along with that, we played Captain Sonar that day.
Oh,
And Captain Sonar was a blast. I'm always a little weird playing Captain Sonar because it's such a table presence, and so people walking around looking at you the whole time in the convention center while you're playing it. But it was
and mine's can only be placed adjacent from them, but you can't move into it. So when they place one, I just did, like if they were here and they said mine, I did mine.
But it was a blast being able to show that to all the M is for Meeple gang. So yeah, it was really good. It was a lot of fun playing that. And then on to the last day, it's the day that I got to meet like a ton of people.
Oh, it's so fun.
So fun. So we were playing Unmatched at the restoration booth, and while we were doing that, while we were doing that, I was playing really fast. So was Mary Kate, because we've played the game
so many times.
I mean, y'all
have heard us talk about it so much.
So much, and and I got to meet like all the designers because it just so happened around that time they were getting an award for I don't know for what, but they all started watching us play and then coming back in and out. So I got to meet all the designers. I got to meet the owner of Restoration Games, and they were all kind, really good people. Yeah. And so it was a blast being able to talk to them just about the game in general. I started talking crap. I was like, well, if you guys want to, you come over here and you can lose at your own game.
Devin likes to talk a lot of crap about games.
Yeah. Just in good fun, just having fun. And then I'm trying to think what did they say?
Oh, we asked about different, they asked how we felt about the new characters. So we got to hear kind of their views on designing them. Yeah. What were things that they changed? What were things that they maybe would have done differently? Mm-hmm. It was just really interesting, and it was a really cool conversation. And I'm thankful that they, took their time to talk with us about Unmatched, because we love it, and it was obvious that they were also really passionate about the game they designed, so it was fun. And
then we got to meet also the designer of Boop, the little cat game, abstract game. It was so fun. I got to meet him. Didn't even know it was him until I started talking to him, and he won best new game of the year or something like that at Origins. And so really happy for the guy. I mean, he was awesome to talk to. Really humble. Really just wanted the best for everybody. You can just tell he was a good guy.
Oh yeah, it was funny though, because we had brought our Mitch and Morgan over there, because I was like, I'm gonna show you how to play Boop. Yeah. So he sees that Morgan's looking at the game, and he walks up like he's gonna explain it to her. But then I had already started explaining. He was just like, all right, I'll let you do my job.
Yeah. So it was fun playing Boop and then be able to talk to him. And then also got to meet Jesse and Shara from Quackalope.
Yeah, we had to talk with them.
They were really kind. So kind. It was great to be able to talk to them and just get to talk about Ameritrash game, Euro games, very board gamey terminology stuff, and being able to just. It was fun. Yeah, it was really fun talking about bag builders and all the stuff around that.
Yeah, Cher and I both don't like bag builders.
Yeah,
I'm still crossing my fingers that I'm gonna like Wonderland's lore, but
we'll see. We'll see. I mean, we're gonna get it, so I'm happy either way. and then it was closing time, that song Please Play in the background, and we end up saying bye to everybody, said bye to Sam, gave him a hug,
bye to Ryan,
say bye to Ryan, say bye to Q, and then said bye and Miss for Meeple, gave them all hugs and everything, so it was really sad. We went
out to lunch with Morgan, Mitch, Cody, and Chelsea. We went out to lunch with them, and then we all left. And it was sad.
Yeah, it was a sad time.
But
it was good.
Exhausted.
It was so. Oh my
goodness. We slept
goodness.
so long.
Oh my gosh, so tired.
It was a blast. Though.
It was really fun. It was really good. And then also we got to meet Paul and Michael, which you already mentioned. But I want to plug his game because he's also having a game come out next year. Not only Sam. Sam's coming out with Everstone. Paul's coming out with Gempire, which both of them are going to hit Kickstarter, I think, early next year.
Yeah.
Or is Gempire sooner? Gempire might be sooner. I need to talk to Paul more.
We'll talk about them. We're excited for these 2 games coming out on Kickstarter, so we'll definitely have content on that coming up later in the year.
And they're both really good guys. I mean, that's really, like, I want to support them, and the games are solid. Like, I didn't get to play Gempire, I got to play Everstone, and Everstone is so good. It is really good game. And so be able to talk to both of them. Great guys in seemingly both great games. Seems like a great combination. And so I want to support them, you know. This is, people, you know. It's just, games are games. Like, we're trying to support people. Everything you play a game, somebody was behind that game. There was a team to make that come to life, you know? Yeah. And so I want to support that team, especially if I think they're great people. So, So I think that was our experience of Origins. And I definitely recommend you guys coming to some conventions. I was so nervous not knowing many people and then being able to make so many great conversations with people. Yeah. So if you guys come to another game convention, let us know. Or if you plan on going to any, maybe we might be going to, and we would love to be able to play games with you guys or at least talk to you. Yeah. I mean, we genuinely, whenever we say that at the end of the video, every single time, like, we love to play big games with all of you. We would love to play games with all of you. For real. So let's go ahead and say it then. I don't know what to say. Oh, gosh. So until next time, we love all of you, and if we have the chance, we will play games with every single one of you. See ya. Bye.
Bye.